Hello, my people. It's been a long time. It's my first day back for the year 2025. Where do I start? I think I still qualify to say Happy New Year. Happy the rest of the year, 2025. And since it's my first day back, after 3 months, I qualify. 2025 is going to be, I'm prophesying and declaring and decreeing, it's going to be the best year. It has to be. We don't have a choice. My people, we do not have a choice. Anyway, this is Voice of London TV, VOL. Also Voice of London Radio, VOL Radio. You know, we're all constantly moving, constantly rebranding, you know, the vision for VOL, radio and TV. And the other station, Pan-Africa TV, is to cover London and to cover the rest of the world. So today, I just want to, today's topic really is Ghana, New Ghana and analysis. New Ghana and analysis. And I am Genevieve Ama Serwah. So welcome to Genevieve Ama Serwah show, the show that keeps it real. And as I'm keeping it real, I try to be objective and balance each argument. So today's topic, let's start with Ghana. Because you know that we all had a new election and I covered that in December. And really the analysis in the first 3 months, what the government has been doing, the NDC government, the outgoing one is NPP and the new one is NDC, the new president, John Mahama and his team. Obviously, when a new government comes in, they look at what has been done previously and then they'll have a vision for the now and the future. But lots of things have been happening, my people. Lots of things have been happening. Lots of interesting in the first 3 months. What has been happening has been shocking in Ghana. Shocking. Some people believe it and some people don't. Now let's start with, I'm not even going to mention names. I may mention them, but these are all, you know, you're innocent until proven guilty. You're innocent until you are proven that you're guilty. But so far, I'm just going to give you a quick analysis of what's going on. What's going on now in the first 3 months? There is one of the leaders in the previous party that was the director for security, and he found out that the name of the government, which has an account, the name of the security, I don't want to mention name because I'm analyzing. When I sit down with my colleague, then we're going to break it down more. But I'm just going to give you a quick analysis. The name of the security that he was working for as a director on behalf of the government had the bank account. Then this person clones the same and sets up the same name and bank account as the government's bank account and started putting money, stealing the government's money into the bank account that he created, which is the same as the government's bank account. Does that make sense what I've just said? So therefore, when he was asked to produce receipt, it didn't look like he was stealing. It looked normal because since they had the same bank account, the people that were auditing it didn't find anything wrong with the account until the new government came in and started doing some investigation. Guess what, people? The guy allegedly has stolen $7.9 million, has bought 27 houses and in Ghana, and apparently some houses in the UK. And this person has been arrested pending trial. People, that's not all. I'm telling you, things are going on in Ghana. And what is going on in Ghana, it's not even funny. When the new president came in power, in fact, one of the things that he was mostly voted for was for him to investigate and deal with corruption, deal with things that are not right in Ghana. Anarchy, to be honest with you. Anarchy. Under the previous government, in my analysis, that's what I saw when I was there 2 years ago. But the staunch supporters of the previous government would not see that. I always say, when you support a specific party, I support a specific party, you must support another party. It doesn't mean that you cannot analyze what they're doing. If it's good, you can clap your hands. If they're not doing right, don't support the wrong just because you are a strong party supporter. If your party is doing wrong, be objective and see the wrong that they're doing. Don't run, don't roll with the ball if it's, they're doing the wrong thing. So that's one thing that I've just discussed. The next one that they have just discovered is the director. I'm not going to mention names, not yet. Another woman was in charge of the national service. In Ghana, they do national service, every year when, the students will go off and do a national service. The woman in charge of that, the director, she too has been arrested for stealing, looting the money. Allegedly, one of her watches cost 20,000. They've got houses everywhere. And, it's sad. It's frustrating. It just goes to show, what is being found now, the investigation that's taking place now, and what the police are finding is horrendous. In fact, when the president spoke, came on the news to speak about what they're finding, the first week in office, or shall I say, the first month in office, the president, John Mahama, literally said, Ghana is a crime scene. Ghana is a crime scene. And to summarize, the crime scene is what they have found, money that has been looted. People are always saying that the African leaders, so many of them are corrupted. All politicians are corrupted. I don't believe every politician is a thief, comes into power to steal, loot, and destroy. No. But on this occasion, what they have found is that Ghana is a crime scene. Then, the third one I'm going to go on to, which we will discuss with my colleague, if not today, next week, is energy. There's one of the government bodies is called ACG, which deals with the energy of Ghana. So these are the electric suppliers, shall I say, as an example. They supply the electricity in Ghana. Guess what? The Minister of Energy found some kind of discrepancy. So he decided to embark on some investigations. My people, guess what they found? There was an ECG containers. These containers arrived at the Ghana port. And what happened was that apparently there were about 2,491. I hope I've got the figures right. Out of these 2,491, 1,328, 1,328 is missing, disappeared, flown, disappeared from this earth, probably to Mars or Venus, somewhere. Disappeared. And so when they investigated further, they found some of the missing items of these ECG containers, which is, if I understand it, these are products, should I say electrical cables that was supposed to be part of supplying energy to Ghana. And the directors and the people that are meant to be managing this container and distributing it in Ghana for electricity, allegedly, and is being investigated now, have stolen, or shall I say, well, we don't know if it's stolen. Well, it's obvious that it's stolen. It's missing. It's missing. 1,328 is missing. Nobody knows where it is. But recently, some of the investigations showed that some of the items were found in a warehouse. And the box that these items were sealed into were opened. And that's where the missing items took place. Another investigation that has been shown is that there are two companies in Ghana. One is an Indian company, the other one is a Chinese company. And somebody within the previous government, or the people that worked for the previous government, because these are government bodies, sold these items to the Chinese company as well as the Indian company. So these, the Indian guy has been arrested. What happened is that, what we found out so far is that the cables have been, like, I think they are coppers, have been melted into, I think they've melted into something, something smaller that they can ship to their country. And the Chinese guy, the owner of the Chinese company, he sort of absconded. And I need to come out. I need to find out more information about that one and then come back and update. There is more. The list goes on and on and on. So this is some of the new Ghana and analysis. The new Ghana is that the incoming government now, our new president of Ghana, has called it a reset. Ghana definitely needs a reset. Ghana is being reset. Whether people want to believe it or not, I'm supporting the reset. This government is being very transparent. Everything that they're finding, they're coming on TV or radio, well, mainly the press, actually, through the press, to discuss what they're finding, what they're up to, what the plans are, what the goals are, what the vision is. And the politics in Ghana, or shall I say the parties in Ghana, often is quite divided. You've got strong party followers for MPPs, very strong for NDC, but I think more on the MPP side, the party supporters are so strong. So even in my analysis, even if there are changes or things that are happening with this new government, if there are good things happening with this new government, the strong supporters of the opposite, of the outgoing government, will not see it. That really baffles me. My favorite word, baffles me. They will not, they don't even believe that the people that have been caught, allegedly looted and stolen lots of money, millions of dollars, that are being shown right now on TV, the supporters of the previous party think it's propaganda. It's strange. It's strange. Just because you're a supporter of a specific party, if something is going wrong, if something is going wrong, don't agree with them. Be objective. After all, we want one country, one Ghana, one Africa. What Captain Torre is doing in Burkina Faso, everybody's loving it. And I'm hoping that the rest of Africa will follow his lead. The rest of Africa will follow his lead. So I am rooting for this new government because I can see a difference in my analysis. I see that this new government, and President Mahama has been a leader before anyway, but this time he won. I mean, the people voted for him. In fact, in the history of Ghana, no leader has had this much, I guess, voting. This, you know, the numbers were so high that you could tell that people of Ghana were fed up. So we're hoping that the new Ghana under Mahama and the new team will move Ghana forward. And there is more about what has been stolen and looted. This tells me there's money in Africa. There is money in Africa. We just need good leaders to stop looting, stealing, raping Africa, shall I say Ghana, because the money that has been stolen, if they were not stolen, could have developed the country further. So I'm going to end it here. It's my first day back for this year. I just thought that I wanted to update on what's going on in Ghana and give a bit of my analysis. And my next shows, the coming shows, I will definitely be covering other African countries and any news that is linked to Africa, because I have focused on Ghana for a while, so it will be good to cover some of the good stuff that's going on, especially with Captain Torre, what is going on, and in the Francophone area, like the French-speaking African countries, nations. They are serious. They are putting their foot down against France. Can you imagine? You've got your own country and you've got a European country printing your money since the colonization days. Is crazy. The French-speaking Africans are putting their foot down. In fact, some of the African, the French-speaking countries are not going to speak. In fact, most of them have decided that they are going to focus more on the African languages, not the French language. It's good. I mean, I love languages. But, for example, Ghana, I don't understand why we speak more English and we've got so many languages. But in Ghana, the majority of the languages that are really spoken, in my opinion, or shall I say, from what I've seen, there are 3 or 4 major ones, like the Akan Ashanti, the Akan language. Then there is Ga, and then there is Ewe. So at least out of those languages, I think the Akan languages is spoken more. So at least we can pick 1 or 2 languages that we can start using in our own country. I don't understand why the leaders in parliament speak English. A lot of our people do not speak English. English is not our language. Let me tell you, English is not our language. So if somebody in Ghana does not speak English, they should not be laughed at because it's not our language. So in case a leader is listening to what I'm just saying, we need to pick a language of our own that we need to be speaking. Sure, we can speak it along English, but when you go to South Korea, they speak Korean. China, they speak Mandarin and a few other dialects, but they have their own main language. Everything is written in Chinese. When you go to Germany, it's German, although they speak English. When you go to Netherlands, it's their language, but majority of them speak English. So Ghana, I'll put it to you leaders, we need to be speaking our own language. So I'm ending here. This is Genevieve Ama Serwah show, a show where we keep it real. VOO, Voice of London TV and Voice of London Radio. See you soon. Stay safe.